Hi everybody, and welcome to the Ink Nouveau, the essence of writing passion. I'm Brian Goulet of the Goulet Pen Company and Ink Nouveau blog, and what I want to talk to you about today is the Clairefontaine Twinbook. This is a relatively new product that just came out, and it's something kind of different for Clairefontaine, so I wanted to show you what it's all about. Well, let's take a look. Alright, the Clairefontaine Twinbook. There's two different sizes of twin books. One is an A5 size, which is 6 3/4 by 8 5/8. And the larger one is an A4 size, which is 8 1/4 by 11 3/4. Now, both of the notebooks are the same thickness. They're both staple bound on the binding, and they have 48 sheets, which gives you 96 pages all in all. They come in a multicolored pack, and unfortunately, when I sell them, I can't choose because they come to me in a multicolor. So, you know, it's kind of luck of the draw. If you have a preference, you can always let me know as to what your preference is, and I can try to accommodate. But otherwise, you know, these colors are pretty interesting. There's nothing too ugly with these colors. The smaller size, they have the, well, actually the smaller and the larger size. They have a 5x5 grid, which is 5 millimeters tall by 5 millimeters wide. And this is something that you don't see in a lot of Clairefontaine products. Clairefontaine tends to do larger, they tend to do the 10x10 graph, which a lot of people think is too large and aren't real crazy about. You see the 5x5 graph in a lot of the Rhodia products, which Rhodia is owned by Clairefontaine, and it uses Clairefontaine paper, but this is the 90-gram smooth Clairefontaine paper that you have in all of the other Clairefontaine notebooks, but it has the 5 millimeter by 5 millimeter graph ruling. So it's really kind of nice for those who like the graph ruling of the Rhodia, but you like the smoothness and a little bit thicker paper of the Clairefontaine notebooks. Now, what makes this Twinbook unique, aside from that ruling, is that it's got a little cutout here in the middle of the binding. It's got it cut out so you can have it's kind of a multi-subject notebook type of feel. But I know a lot of people who use it if you're writing and you want two different characters. You can split that up easily. If you have, you know, kind of the business notes that you take, and then you have personal notes in the back, that's another good thing. It's just kind of a way to divide up your notebook so that it can be a little bit better organized perhaps than a normal notebook. So, you know, if you want to keep two subjects very clear and very separate, it's an easy way to access both of those. And it's the same thing for the larger one. The larger one has that same cutout. It goes up half the page, and it covers about 10 millimeters of depth into that cutout. And you know, it splits up the notebook right down the middle. So that's what the Twinbook is all about. And just to give you an idea, in case you have never seen how the Clairefontaine paper performs, I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of a tour here. I have two pens. I have a Pelicano with a medium nib, inked up with Pelican Blue Black, and it performs very well. There's no bleed through, no shadowing. You know, you can write on both sides of the page and it won't compete with what's in the background. And just to show you, I've got a, this is another Pelicano, but this one has a 1.5 millimeter calligraphy nib that I stole out of a Pelican script. And the ink that I have in here is the J.R. Bond 1670 ink Rouge Hematite, the limited edition. So no feathering at all. The paper is going to resist the ink just a little bit, so expect a little bit longer dry time maybe than some of your other papers. Clairefontaine is kind of known for that. It's something you have to prepare for. No bleed through at all. Very, very little shadow or echo that you can see through there. And you can write on the other side, you know, and you're not going to compete with it at all. So if you write on the other side, you can still see exactly what you're writing on, and it's not going to compete. So you truly get to use both sides of every page. So if you have a Twinbook, I'd love to hear how you enjoy it, or if you have any questions about it, you can email me at brian@gouletpens.com. I'd be happy to email with you and chat about the new Clairefontaine Twinbook. Thanks a lot for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time here on the Ink Nouveau.